In the Kokong area of northern Myanmar, there was once an active group of women who were bright on the surface, but in fact, they were like snakes and scorn irons, and they were known as the four female demons of northern Myanmar. Behind the names of Bai Yinglan, Wei Rong, Zhu Xianmei, and Ming Jinjin are the blood, tears, and pain of countless victims, and their stories have lifted the dark veil of the electricity fraud industry in northern Myanmar. Bai Yinglan, the daughter of the White family, one of the four major Kokong families, her father Bai Suiqing has a complex past. In the early years, Bai Suiqing followed the king of Kokong, Peng Jiaxing, who was a member of the Communist Party of Burma, gained a certain degree of power, made his fortune to the drug business, and occupied Kokong, turning it into a territory divided by warlords. Later, under the intervention of the Myanmar military government, Peng Jiaxing transformed into a gambling industry, and Lao Jie, the capital of Kokong, became a gambling city. Bai Yinglan, with her elegant appearance, is known as goddess of love and goddess of public welfare in the Kokong Chinese circle. She gave 350,000 yuan from her birthday party to the Kokong orphanage and often visited poor families. But this is just her disguise, her family's Yum Brands, the surface response to the Belt and Road Initiative, involved in construction, technology, and other legitimate industries, but actually behind the gambling, prostitution, and other illegal activities. Bai Yinglan is not only on the board of Yum Brands, but also runs the companies in Bailey. With the changing ecology of the gambling and electricity industry in Southeast Asia, she used online recruitment as a lure to lure a large number of Chinese people to Kokong. Da Hong is one of the many victims. After he lost his job due to the epidemic, he was attracted by Bai Yinglan's recruitment advertisement and went to Kokong under the spell of his fellow villagers, but fell into the nightmare of Songqing Science and Technology Park. Here, he witnessed the brutal methods of the electricity gangs, and those who failed to meet the standards faced the tragic fate of being sold, abused, ransomed, and even forced to undergo organ transplants. Wei Rong, what Bai Yinglan known as Guogang Shuangjiao, is the daughter of Wei Chaoren. Wei Rong took the noblewoman route, hyped his own Henry Group on the video platform, depicting a false scene that can make people rich overnight. She built a team of internet celebrities and attracted young people to Kokong through live streaming. But in fact, most of the jobs provided by Henry Group are low-paid cleaning and service positions, and the girls with little beauty will be sent to brothels or trained to become internet celebrities to continue to lie, and the young men will be first pulled to gamble, lose all their money, and become electrical fraud employees, similar to the victims of Bai Yinglan's gang. Therefore, Wei Rong and Bai Yinglan are known as the strongest J kidney combination in northern Burma. Zhu Xianmei, originally an internet celebrity in Yunnan, China, is married to Bao Junlong, the son of a Wa warlord. Bao Junlong's uncle, Bao Youxiang, is a commander-in-chief of the United Wa State Army, UWSA, which controls about 30,000 square kilometers of land and nearly 30,000 regular troops, making him the de facto ruler of the Wa State. Bao Youxiang has long provided protection and charged high protection fees for electrical fraudsters, and Bao Junlong has also directly operated the electrical fraud park. Zhu Xianmei flaunts her luxurious life in the live broadcast, showing expensive jewelry, luxury cars, and luxury villas, misleading countless young Chinese women to yearn for northern Myanmar, and even gave birth to the northern Myanmar love literature, this online romance novel genre, so that many people mistakenly think that they can live a happy life by the Wa warlords, but in fact become the victims of the electricity fraud park. Ming Jinjin, the granddaughter of bold Ming Xuechang, although not as beautiful as the first three, but the means are extremely ruthless. Although Ming Xuechang is not among the four major families of Kokong, he plays an important role in the electricity fraud industry, and it is he who introduces electricity fraud into Kokong. Called back to run the family business Crouching Tiger Mountain in 2021 after the accident of son Minghua, the head of the family, Ming not only expanded the family's electrical fraud business, but also committed the unforgivable crime of ordering the alive burial of 4 undercover Chinese police officers. However, she is the only one of 4 witches who has been arrested. In 2023, the Kokong Allied forces besieged Kokong, the electricity fraud group fled, and the 4 families began to evacuate. Myanmar's military government has intercepted about 30,000 suspected electricity smugglers at the border with China, some of whom have been handed over to China, but important members of 4 major families remain at large. The fact that Bai Yinglan, Wei Rong, and others have Chinese citizenship and extensive ties to China also adds to the difficulty of catching them. At present, the Kokong Allied forces have surrounded the Kokong capital Lao Street, forming a confrontation situation with the 4 major families, and the Myanmar military government is also facing the dilemma of other warlords taking advantage of the chaos to attack. The future of the electricity fraud industry in northern Myanmar is uncertain, and it remains to be seen whether it will be completely eliminated or whether it will re-emerge in other forms. The whereabouts of Bai Yinglan, Wei Rong, Zhu Xianmei, these 3 female demons are still a mystery. Whether they can be punished for their crimes and whether countless victims can get justice all await the further development of the situation in northern Myanmar and the efforts of relevant parties.